welcome to South Asia Today, a show that provides you the glimpses of South Asia. I'm your host, Shivangi Mishra. Let's begin with the headlines first. India's timeless staple drink, milk, nourishes generation. Teachers in POK took to streets against the local administration. And Hindu devotees embark on Amarnath cave pilgrimage in Jammu and Kashmir. Let's begin the show. Milk has been an integral part of Indian culture for centuries, deeply rooted in traditions and daily life. The Indian milk industry has established itself as the biggest and the best in the world, with small farmers producing their own milk alongside large dairy cooperative brands that provide the calcium needs of hundreds of millions of Indians. Now join us on this fascinating journey as we raise a glass of milk, the beloved staple drink that nourishes our bodies and enriches our cultural heritage.
Ankit Reddy defied the conventional path and returned to his hometown, Jind, in the northern state of Haryana, after completing his higher education from a renowned university in London. A torchbearer of the family legacy, sharing his entrepreneurial spirit with his father, Ankit assumed the role of second-generation custodian of Laksha Food, a private FMCG company.
I myself introduced some new distribution channels in our company. Earlier our distribution network used to be like we used to give to one central distributor per city. Now we have changed the distribution to retailers.
The young CEO has prioritized profitability and aims to create more job opportunities on the back of innovative methods used to enhance milk production in the country. There are many individuals like him who have revolutionized the operational landscape of the Indian milk industry, leading to its current status as the best in the world. Today, India's milk production surpasses that of the United States by 50% and is 3 times greater than that of China. India has emerged as the global leader in milk production. Formerly a milk-deficient country which would produce a little over 55 million tons of milk during a fiscal year in the 90s, India is now home to 23% of global milk production. Multiple factors including innovation, robust research, technological advancements, and government support have enabled India to optimize her milk production.
जो 200 लीटर से स्थापी गई जो हमारी सुमूल आज हर रोज़ का 22 लाख लीटर दूध आ रहा है, उनका लाभ जिस तरह सूरत और तापी ज़िले के खास करके जो ट्राइबल आदिवासी समाज के जो लोग हैं 2.5 लाख महिलाएं हमारे साथ जुड़ी हुई है और उनका अच्छा प्रभाव होने के कारण अब हम महाराष्ट्र में कोल्हापुर तक गोवा तक हम दूध वहाँ पे संपादन कर रहे हैं.
The government, cooperative societies, and milk processing units in the country are encouraging dairy farmers by providing easy loans, high milk-producing cow breeds, and other technical assistance.
जिला उद्योग से मेरा सब्सिडी वाला लोन लिया है 35% वाला सब्सिडी वाला, उसके साथ सुमूल डेयरी का मैंने वो दूध गंगा लोन भी लिया जो 0% से सुमूल डेयरी से मिला है, उससे मेरे को बहुत अच्छा प्रॉफिट मिला है.
India, which produced 116 million tons of milk just a decade ago, has almost doubled her production capacity, producing 221.1 million tons of milk in 2021 to 2022.
विश्व में सबसे ज्यादा कृषि क्षेत्र में अगर डेयरी क्षेत्र का योगदान कहीं पर भी है जीडीपी का तो भारत में है और वो 10 लाख करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा योगदान हमारे डेयरी क्षेत्र का है. इस प्रकार से डेयरी हमारे अर्थव्यवस्था का एक मजबूत हिस्सा बनी है.
Surat-based Shakuntala Ben, a small dairy farmer, is a living example to the empowerment of women in India's dairy industry. Shakuntala, who has 6 cattle, has successfully established her business and is contributing to the larger picture of India's milk industry. Shakuntala and millions of others like her have been instrumental to India's dairy sector, who sell the milk they obtain from their animals. It has complemented their earnings from agricultural produce, which typically arrives just once during the annual harvesting cycle.
मेरा पति गुजर गया और मेरे पास कोई और ये रास्ता नहीं था कोई काम करने के लिए, तो मैंने सुमूल डेयरी से एक गाय लिया और वो गाय 1 से 4 हो गई और इससे मेरा गुजारा अच्छे से चल रहा है.
India, a country which produced 210 million tons of milk in 2020 to 2021, has now set her eyes on surpassing her own record by implementing the National Action Plan for Dairy Development. The plan aims to achieve a milk production target of 300 million tons by 2023 to 2024. It also aims to enhance the per capita milk availability from 440 grams per day in 2022 to 592 grams per day by 2023 to 2024. The action plan is the result of great government efforts, coupled with high ambitions of the individuals and industry players that have kept the Indian milk industry thriving. The milk consumption levels of the country have witnessed a substantial rise from 214 grams per day in 2000 to almost double to 427 grams per day. The harmonious cooperation and healthy competition between various stakeholders, along with effective policy formation at the center, has resulted in India achieving the current standing of the best in the global dairy market.
Moving on. With many interventions, Indian governments have been vocal for the farmers and accounted for them as contributors on several occasions. To encourage sustainable production and to pull the poor farmers out of debt traps, a mega awareness campaign was organized to promote the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav in Jammu and Kashmir's Ramban. Let's have a look.
In Gandhot village of Ramban district, the government took an initiative to organize a mega awareness camp as an effort to educate and inform farmers on various crop insurances under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The awareness camp was organized by the Department of Agriculture and was joined by many other government departments and private entities.
यहाँ पे प्रोग्राम किया था होलिस्टिक एग्रीकल्चर डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम के तहत जो है 11th फेज़ का सेकंड डे था. तो इसके साथ में हमने जो है अवेयर करवाया. एग्रीकल्चर डिपार्टमेंट के साथ साथ हमारे 6 अलाइड डिपार्टमेंट भी साथ में थे. तो 29 जो प्रेस्टिजियस प्रोजेक्ट्स के बारे में जो है हमने फार्मर्स को अवेयर कराया कि कैसे जो है फार्मर्स का एक तो सोर्स ऑफ इनकम जो है बढ़ाया जाए, और उसके साथ साथ में जो यंग जनरेशन का हमने रजिस्ट्रेशन भी किया ऑनलाइन, जिससे दक्ष किसान पोर्टल पे उनका रजिस्ट्रेशन होने के बाद जो है 121 ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज़ के बारे में उनको जो है कैसे फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट जो है ऑनलाइन कोर्स करवाए जाएंगे. इसके साथ में हमने एक प्रधानमंत्री फसल बीमा योजना के बारे में अवेयरनेस करवाई लोगों को कि जो नॉन लोनी फार्मर्स हैं, क्योंकि केसीसी होल्डर जो है उनका ऑटोमेटिकली इंश्योरेंस हो जाएगा, लेकिन जो नॉन लोनी फार्मर्स हैं वो इस इंश्योरेंस में कैसे कवर होंगे, उसके बारे में लोगों को अवेयर करवाया कि यहाँ पे जो हमारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट की मेज़ क्रॉप है, मेज़ क्रॉप का इंश्योरेंस जो है उसके बारे में लोगों को अवेयर करवाया.
Many government departments such as agriculture, horticulture, sericulture, animal husbandry and fisheries came forward to educate people about different welfare schemes for the benefits of farmers. The awareness camp held at Panchayat Seribi also informed people of subsidies and crop insurance under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. The officials also took the effort to educate the farmers so that even they could benefit from the insurance schemes in case of crop damage. More than 100 free courses were offered to youths after being registered on the Daksh Kisan portal.
यहाँ हमारे सरपंच साहब ने एक कैंप लगाया था एग्रीकल्चर अवेयरनेस के बारे में हमें बताया। यहाँ बहुत सारे अफसर आए थे जो एनिमल हस्बेंड्री के थे, कुछ हॉर्स्ट्री के थे, कुछ एग्रीकल्चर के थे। यहाँ बहुत सारी हमें स्कीमें बताई, लगभग कोई 30 स्कीमें इन्होंने हमें बताई। हमें बताया कि इंश्योरेंस, क्रॉप्स इंश्योरेंस के बारे में बताया, एग्रीकल्चर के बारे में बताया, प्लांटेशन के बारे में बताया, शीप्स पोल्ट्री फार्म के बारे में बताया और डायरी मिल्क के बारे में बताया और हमारी रजिस्ट्रेशन भी यहाँ पे हुई।
There have been several occasions when the government put the interest of farmers by introducing similar schemes like Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. However, citing the major contribution of the agriculture sector in the country's economic growth, the government has become instrumental in providing various beneficiary schemes to farmers. The initiative to educate farmers in the remote areas across India's union territory would make them self-reliant and would boost the economy.
Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch.
The Indian Space Research Organisation ISRO launched the Chandrayaan-3 mission from Satish Dhawan Space Centre from Sriharikota on July 14. With the launch of Chandrayaan-3, India reaffirmed its commitment to unravelling the innumerous mysteries of the lunar surface. Over a course of 42 days, the spacecraft would perform a number of maneuvers before the final touchdown on the lunar surface. The invaluable data gathered from this expedition will further contribute to the Indian scientists' understanding of the moon's evolution and the mysteries of the cosmos. This launch also showcases India's growing collaboration with international space agencies and its emboldening stature in space exploration. When Jacob Nemec's family heard he was planning to go on a holiday in Iraq, they pleaded with the 28-year-old American to reconsider. The warehouse supervisor from Reno, Nevada decided to go anyway, but understood his family's concerns. Iraq has been almost non-stop turmoil for decades. From an 8-year war with Iran in the 80s to the first Gulf War in the 90s and heavy sanctions, the 2003 US invasion, years of bloody sectarian warfare, and then conflict with Islamic State militants. The situation, however, has gradually improved since Islamic State's territorial defeat in 2017, with blast walls coming down and cranes going up in Baghdad and other cities as they turn to construction and find a new sense of normalcy. A small but growing number of tourists are heading to Iraq to see attractions spanning from vast desert and marshland ecosystem to ruins of the world's earliest cities and empires. Nemec, along with a Russian and a British tourist, visited the maze-like ruins of the ancient city of Babylon, the Shiite holy city of Nazab with its tight alleys and mud brick houses, and the old city of Mosul in the north. The uptick in tourism coincides with a push by Iraq's government to show that the country is safe as it looks to diversify its oil-dependent economy. Indonesia's Coast Guard said it has seized an Iranian-flagged supertanker suspected of involvement in the illegal transshipment of crude oil. The very large crude carrier MT Arman 114 was carrying 272,569 metric tons of light crude oil valued at 4.6 trillion rupiah and was suspected of transferring the oil to another vessel, the Cameroon-flagged MTS Tinos, without a permit. Bakamla, Indonesian Maritime Security Agency, is said to show the two supertankers conducting a ship-to-ship oil transfer on July 7th, near Indonesia's North Natuna Sea. According to Bakamla, both were trying to escape, so authorities decided to focus their pursuit on MT Arman, assisted by Malaysian authorities as the vessel sailed into Malaysian waters. In 2021, Indonesia seized Iranian and Panamanian flagged vessel due to similar allegations. The captains of the two vessels were later put on 2-year probation by an Indonesian court. Tens of thousands of Israelis took to the streets of Tel Aviv in protest as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's hard-right coalition pressed ahead with a justice bill that has opened the deepest spills seen in the country in decades. A day after Parliament pressed a key element in the bill which aims to curb the power of the Supreme Court. Crowds of flag-waving protesters stopped morning traffic in major intersections and on highways nationwide. Footage showed protesters carrying placards, waving Israeli flags and chanting for democracy. The drive by Netanyahu's nationalist religious coalition to change the justice system has led to unprecedented protest, stirred concern for Israel's democratic health among Western allies and bruised the economy.
The government and teachers and activists have taken to streets in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir against the ruling dispensation. The teachers demand that their salaries should be paid as the upgraded pay scale approved earlier. Education has been disrupted for students all over the illegally occupied territory of POK. With the future of several students and government teachers hang in balance in POK, the stooge administration is hell-bent on keeping the issues of teachers at bay. We have a report.
The government teachers in the illegally occupied territory, POK, are out on the streets to protest against the administration in the region. For years, the government teachers in POK have been waiting for their upgraded pay scale implementation. Till now, they have not received their rightful dues from the corrupt government in POK.
साथ एक बार फिर सड़कों पे आ गए क्योंकि आए रोज जो है ना ये हमारे साथ वादे तो किए जाते हैं मगर ये वादा इफा नहीं किया जाता इसलिए आज मेल फीमेल असातिज़ा सड़कों पे हैं मैं हुकूमत वक्त से भी जनाब वज़ीर-ए-आज़म नवारुल हक से भी गुजारिश करता हूँ कि असातिज़ा का दरीना मसला स्केल अपग्रेडेशन फौरी तौर पर जो है ना इसको हल किया जाए.
The teachers say that they were promised salaries at par with the upgraded pay scale. But for years, the successive governments in POK have disregarded their reasonable demands. The local administration on behest of Pakistan authorities have been pressing the issue under the carpet for several years now. Protesters complain the upgraded pay scale has been implemented in Punjab province of Pakistan, but the teachers in POK have not received their increments.
हमने गवर्नमेंट कश्मीर को पहले से अपने अपग्रेडेशन के सिलसिले में मतअद्दिद बार मुख्तलिफ हुकूमतों को बताते रहे हैं. ये पिछले वाली हुकूमत जो थी सरदार तनवीर इलियास वाली उन्होंने हमें हमारे मुतालबे को तस्लीम करते हुए कहा कि हम बजट में इसको जो है ना इम्प्रूव कर देंगे तो उसके बाद वो तो चले गए.
Pakistan has been playing backstage in all the affairs of POK. The region has been kept deprived of development for years. The few youngsters in POK who believed education would bring a ray of hope and become a medium of development feel shattered as all the teachers are out on protests.
मेरा इन असातिज़ा कराम के साथ भरपूर तावन रहेगा और हम इनके शाना बिशाना चलेंगे और कोशिश करेंगे कि वज़ीर-ए-आज़म तक ये बात और काबीना तक ये बात पहुंच जाए क्योंकि ये हमारे लिए भी बाइस शर्म दीगर मुलाज़िमीन के लिए भी बाइस शर्म बात है ये कि आज हमारे मुल्क के असातिज़ा जो है वो सड़कों पर हैं. तो मैं यही हुकूमत से मुतालबा करूँगा कि जल्द अज जल्द इन असातिज़ा कराम के जो मसाइल हैं उनको हल किया जाए ताकि ये बच्चों का जो तदरीसी सिस्टम है उसमें कोई रुकावटें आयल ना हो.
Not in just POK, the protests against the ruling administration are erupting in Gilgit-Baltistan also. Last month, teachers from Karakoram University held protests against the administration as their salaries were deducted during the month of Eid ul-Adha, a significant festival celebrated among all the Muslim communities. More than 7 decades of Pakistan misrule in POK and Gilgit-Baltistan have killed the very basic instincts of contentment and happiness among the people of illegally occupied territories.
Now we take you to Amarnath Yatra, one of the most revered and toughest Hindu pilgrimages, which holds immense religious importance among devotees of Lord Shiva, who undertake this arduous trek to seek blessings and witness the sacred Amarnath cave, nestled amidst the breathtaking Himalayas in Jammu and Kashmir. Let's take a glance. The annual journey to the Amarnath cave in Jammu and Kashmir began amid prayers being recited by devotees and loud chants of Bam Bam Bole in the name of Hindu god Shiva. There, the devotees worship an ice phallic symbol called Shivling, believed to be the symbol of Lord Shiva. Considered to be one of the most challenging Himalayan treks in India, the Amarnath pilgrimage is dedicated to Hindu Lord Shiva, the god of destruction. Amarnath cave is regarded as one of the most holy places among Hindus, since it is thought to be an adobe of Lord Shiva and his spouse Parvati. Every year, a pilgrimage to the holy site takes place in the month of July, which is believed to instill the purification of one's mind. Devotees take 2 different routes to finish this toughest trek. One is the 36-kilometer 5-day route via Jammu to Pahalgam, and the other one is a 14-kilometer difficult hike from Jammu to Baltal.
बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है, बहुत हिम्मत आ रही है सबको देखकर। बस अब बाबा के अच्छे से दर्शन हो जाए, यही प्रार्थना है, सबके अच्छे से दर्शन हो जाए।
During this pilgrimage, the whole trek echoes with devotional songs of Lord Shiva. Devotees were seen riding horses and being carried on makeshift palanquins, while most chose to walk towards the cave. Due to the distance that pilgrims must travel to reach the 3,888-meter elevation of Amarnath Shrine, the local government welcomes the devotees with open arms and sets up various community kitchens and medical camps, while the pilgrims are on their way to and from the cave for their convenience.
आपने खुद देखा, ये तो हमने सबको दिल की अमीर तरीन गहराइयों से, मैं नहीं, यहाँ पूरे शहर के जितने भी सारे लोग वो निकल कर आए। इसमें अलग अलग तबके के लोग हैं, वो सारे निकल कर आए, माएँ बहनें नौजवान बुज़ुर्ग। और जो हमारी कश्मीरियत है, उस कश्मीरियत को मद्देनज़र रखते हुए हमने श्री अमरनाथ जी यात्री के जो भी सारे यात्री थे, उनको यहाँ से तहे दिल से हमने यहाँ पर उनका खैर मकदम किया, वेलकम किया।
Furthermore, a group of 33 Amarnath pilgrims from neighbouring Nepal received a warm welcome by Jammu and Kashmir administration. They created a great atmosphere with drum beating and also put garlands on the pilgrims. Sweets were distributed among the pilgrims. Some pilgrims were dancing during the journey.
हम नेपाल के काठमांडू से आए, पशुपतिनाथ के पास से आए। हम पहली बार आए हैं, बहुत अच्छी है, यहाँ के लोग बहुत अच्छे हैं, ये देश बहुत अच्छी है, भगवान के पास जाना है, हम बहुत अच्छी है, यहाँ के स्वागत करने के तरीका बहुत 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 अच्छी है।
As per Hindu mythology, Lord Shiva chose this cave to reveal the secrets of immortality and the formation of the universe to his spouse, goddess Parvati. And this Amarnath Yatra pilgrimage is an ideal fusion of adventure and faith. It's time for me to wrap up today's episode. We'll be back next week at the same time. This is Shivangi Vishra signing off on the behalf of the entire production team of South Asia Today. Goodbye and take care.